on IG. And there we go, live. Hopefully my connection doesn't lag. I'm just gonna give it a few seconds while I sip. Hey, we're live, Phya's Playhouse. Today is Sunday. It's June 7th. It's the 7th, right? It is the 7th. It's Prince's birthday today. So I was supposed to come in with some Prince music, but the way my brain is set up. Hey, everybody. Hey, Gemini. Hey, Bride Dave. How are you? Welcome, everybody, to Phya's Playhouse. I'm sipping pink lemonade. It says it's gourmet pink lemonade, but really, how can lemonade be gourmet? I don't get that. But hey, Biz, how are you? How's it going? Cheers. Pink lemonade, pineapples, and strawberries. That's my breakfast and my lunch today. So I'm just checking in with everybody. Welcome to Phya's Playhouse. I'm on brand today in my nice pink. Yes, I am. So we're here. We're going to have a conversation today. We're going to talk about all the good things that are happening, all the bad things that are happening, and all the things we should be working on. So who was at the protests? Do we have anybody here that contributed to the protests? Anybody out there, hopefully practicing social distancing, right? But out there, I know my mom was out there in Brooklyn, so shout out to my mom. She was out there with her mask on. Shout out to Momsy. So anybody, if you were there, please let me know. Hey, Bo, how are you? Let me know if you were there. Hey, Val, because it's a lot going on, right? It's a lot of, right? So to most of us, right, this is just more of the same, right? But I think that there is something happening, right? I think that there's something happening out there. It's like a great show of unity, right? This is something that I've never seen in my lifetime. I mean, but this is a good thing, right? So hopefully, right, people are marching and protesting and, being vocal. Hopefully, corporations that you support have showed you and proven to you that they are with you, right? Especially if they want the African-American dollar. So hopefully, any corporations that you support, you've seen some type of communication that says, hey, we stand, against police brutality. We stand with social, racial injustices. Hopefully you have seen that, right? But if you haven't seen that from a business that you support, then you need to make it known. You can either reach out to the business and ask, hey, where's your statement on this? And that's what you should do. And what you should do also is, maybe you shouldn't give them your money until you see some type of, communication in regards to what's happening in the world, hopefully. So, hey, KB. Hey, Zoe. How are you? Hey, Sean. Yeah, so I know we have a lot of people that have been protesting. And I've seen your videos. I've seen all your lives. I'd love to hear from you if you've contributed. Please pop into one of my lives. I'm on social media, Facebook and Instagram. Yes, I am pretty in pink. And do you see my lip gloss? My lip gloss is popping. So shout out to Rue by Larice. I have this cute little purple little glittery lip gloss that I just adore. So yes, my lip gloss is popping. So you can go to ROUX by Larice. You know what? Why don't you put it in the comments so people can go and find. Again, it's about supporting Black businesses. Hey, Curtis, how are you? It's about supporting Black businesses. It's about, hey, Presto, it's about supporting corporations that have shown you that, hey, we're with you, right? We're on your side. So Rue by Larice, Shawana Davis has these awesome lip gloss. So if you're into lip gloss gals, and if you guys have gals that are into lip gloss, make sure you stop by her page and, support, right? So here's MAC. I'm going to wear these, right? Same difference. Actually, this is even better than MAC because it's not tacky. Okay, so there's that. But again, if you are supporting businesses, you're spending your money, make sure that the business that you're spending your money with has shown and proven to you that they're on your side. So Bride Dave 504 says the protests are definitely different. It's good to see that the movement against police brutality and racism is spreading worldwide. And it is spreading worldwide, right? It's a beautiful thing, unity, right? But, or I should say, and the question is, what comes next? What comes next, right? Hey, Auntie, what comes next? Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Hey, Angela Vat, how are you? So, D'Anthony, hi. What comes next, right? We can march, we can, get on our bullhorns and we can be out in these streets protesting and some of us looting. I know a few people got some nice furs, all right? They robbed a furrier in the city. Holla, okay. But what comes next, right? A lot of people are pushing this on, Colin Kaepernick. We should continue to protest until Colin Kaepernick gets signed, right, to the NFL. I don't know where you guys have been, people, but I don't think he wants that. I don't think that he wants to be the face of this movement, right? I don't think he does. I could be wrong. Somebody please convince me otherwise. I could be wrong. He's been very quiet. Hey, Coach Trev. He's been very quiet talking about Colin Kaepernick. Has he issued a statement or anything? I see a lot of memes going around, if what was it? If I tried to tell you I was a person, it would be Colin Kaepernick. Great. But has anyone heard anything from him? Anybody? I'm hearing crickets. Okay. I don't think personally that he wants to be the face of the movement. I don't. He's run and he's hid a few times. But you know what? If he steps up, I think kudos to him. If he steps up, that would be awesome. But I don't think people should be forcing this on him, right? Forcing. So a lot of great things are happening where we have a lot of our African-American celebrities that they're stepping up and giving money to small businesses that have been impacted by looting and the protesting, right? And even by COVID. So that's a really good thing. So Shawana Davis says he should not go back. Yeah, his sacrifice would be in vain. He is beyond football. I know that and you know that, but does he know that? He doesn't want it to be about him playing. I didn't think so. Hey, Queen Michelle Davis. Mwah. Yeah, I didn't get that. Even when he set up his whole audition, I don't know anything about football, so if I'm saying the wrong words, please correct me. His audition for the Scouts, right? It was kind of like a publicity stunt. So I don't know. I think that he's, as Coach Trev says, he's not really about that football life right now, which is good. But then is he really about this Black Lives Matter movement as well, or the injustices, or, being against police brutality? We know he kneeled, but we want more. Does anybody have any information that they need to share that can educate me on what Colin Kaepernick has been doing lately? Because I don't want to, I don't know. My notes can't be everywhere. It can't be everywhere. So if you have something, if you've seen something, please say something. Anybody? Okay, good. So maybe I'm right. So I asked earlier who has been out there protesting, because I would love to invite you in on one of my lives so that you can share like some of the things that you've been seeing. Protests are good, but we need to be taking power back. If it's one legislative seat open, we need 100 of us aiming for that. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Aiming for that one seat to ensure we get it. Exactly. I agree with you, D. Sterling. Exactly. So that's the thing. We have to recognize the power, right? The power that's taking place here. And if we don't recognize that and we're not planning to do bigger things besides marching and protesting, which is good, but we need more. Okay, he has been doing a lot. Coach Trev says he's been doing a lot. Well, please educate me. I'm sorry, I haven't been following. Hey, Dwayne, I haven't been following. So please, let me know. If you'd like to pop in and share with us, that would be great, because I haven't seen it. But again, I'm not a big football fan. So if it's not in like mainstream news, then I'm not going to see it. I mean, I don't go to ESPN and all that stuff. So not yet. So we talked about the lip gloss and all this stuff. Good. I want to also give a shout out to a Dodge Perry on my cute little pillow talk, 11 p.m. Tuesdays on IG only. And my Phya's Playhouse. Isn't this cute? My little mask. Well, it's huge on my face, but my little mask. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, people are really getting like creative with their masks. Another great business right now, if you know how to sew. I don't. My mom does though. But if you know how to sew, you can, make some masks. Put George Floyd's picture and a black fist on a mask and sell it. Like these are going right now, and the movement is the move. So why not, make a little bit of coins? But what you should also do is donate to one of the organizations that help fight police brutality, or another one I just discovered today, mothers who have children that were victims of police brutality. So look those up. But you can be creative, you can make some coins, and you can show support, right? Everybody can be out there at the protest, and I understand that. But there are other ways. You can give to the NAACP. You can give to a lot of these organizations to show your support. If you haven't done something, then you may be a part of the problem, right? And conversations now, right, with our friends of other persuasions are a little different. Has anybody been experiencing that? Maybe you've had to have some tough conversations, or just maybe pointing out some things to people that maybe they just didn't understand before, but they're enlightened and they understand now. Anybody? Right? So we're hearing a lot of Candace Owens. I don't know if you know her. Anybody? Nobody? Okay. Well, a lot of people are really looking at some of the things that they've said in the past, some of their movements in the past, and they're like, you know what? Maybe the way that I moved, or the way that I spoke, or what I said could be deemed a little racist. And maybe I need to change that. Maybe I need to apologize, right? So a lot of people are discovering some things about themselves, and they are trying to make amends. Again, I'm sure if you have friends of other persuasions and you're trying to educate them on why they need to speak up, on why this is so important to us, not just to us, to them, to their kids, to our kids, you may have had some, push and pull, but just know that, thank you. Just know that these conversations need to happen. It's a tough time, definitely a very tough time. So another thing that is also going on is New York City is about to reopen. Is anybody ready for that? New York City is about to reopen. New Jersey is going to reopen January. That's when I'll be outside. In January. You can catch me at the bar in January. June 15th for New Jersey. First phase, like construction and stuff like that. Hey, Thirst Fridays, grown folk. How are you? And let's see, June 22nd for barbershops and hair salons. Whoop, whoop. But tomorrow, New York City is reopening for a few things called phase 1. And, because of the whole Black Lives Matter, the whole killing of George Floyd. Do you all know that the deaths from coronavirus worldwide has risen to 400,000? Anybody? Was anybody aware of that? Yeah, so the death rate is still rising. And the government is presenting this picture that everything is okay and it's going away, and businesses will open and people can go back to work and kids can go back to school, right? And we'll get back to our regular schmegular life. You believe it if you want. I would encourage you all to continue to practice social distancing. Get masks, right? Get more than one. Don't just have one. Get more than one mask, because you want to be able to wash it if you can, or throw it away if you need to. So I don't know. It's a little scary. The world is going to open back up because of the economy. But things are different. There are a few places where they've made some technology changes. Hey, Brandon, how are you? Bro, they made some technology changes. So like some of the tolls, you can just slide your money in, right? Slide your ticket, slide your money. There is an agent there, but that agent really isn't needed. So think ahead, like eventually that person's job is going to be gone because of the pandemic. People are using or jumping to a digital way. Yeah. So Shawana Davis says, I'm not sending my children to camp this year. I know that's right. I wouldn't either. Hey, Nino, miss you. How are you? Yeah. But they are trying to paint this picture that everything is okay. And I don't know. I think it's too soon. I think because we don't know what's going on, right? What happened to the briefings? What? Where are you at? Went to the grocery store. Folks are walking around without any mask. Where is that? So I could avoid that place. Where are you, Bride Dave 504? Where is that at? Is it someplace like down South Virginia, where I know now in Virginia it's mandatory to wear a mask? So yeah, but see, you have people that do that because because it's not like in our face anymore because of the whole movement. People feel that, oh, coronavirus has gone away. It's not. It hasn't. It's just been pushed in the background. And unless you're really checking for this information, oh, in Atlanta. Oh my goodness. So he's in Atlanta where people walk around without masks. So unless you're really checking for this information, you're not going to get it. It's not going to be in your face anymore because they don't want to paint the picture that it's scary times. Yeah, and it is scary times, people. So most important thing is to continue to practice social distancing. If you can avoid going into the office, as long as you can, try to do that. And definitely they're going to have, how can you control kids with masks? How can you control like a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, hell, 14-year-olds, right? To keep them from being in other kids' faces. And it seems impossible. It just seems impossible to do. So because of that, like, I'm not there. I feel very uncomfortable about the world opening back up. Is there anyone here who feels comfortable? Because then maybe you can help, share some things with me. Maybe you know something that I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you do. Anybody? Yeah. Atlanta was the test. That was the test case, right? And I don't know if their cases went up since they opened up. I'm not sure. I have to check that though. Maybe you know. Did they see an increase in COVID cases? And it's not just cases you want to look at too. It's not just deaths you want to look at. You also want to look at cases, right? Because, and then testing. Are they still testing like they were, or has that slowed down too? All right. So we're going to get off of that because it is a little scary and I don't want to scare anybody. And I definitely don't want to scare myself. But yeah, of course, the cases went up. Okay. Yeah, which we would expect, right? And then because of the protesting, they're saying the cases are going to go up. So if you were out there protesting, hopefully you were practicing social distancing and staying away from people who didn't have a mask. Hopefully you had your mask, and hopefully you had your mask pulled up over your nose. It doesn't count if you're wearing your mask just on your mouth. That doesn't count because you're still breathing in the air. So you have to make sure that you cover your mouth and your nose. Hey, Ralph, how are you? Yeah, you have to make sure you do that. If you're not wearing your mask over your nose, just don't wear it because you're still exposing yourself. Yep. So New York City, June 23rd, is it? Is vote. You can vote on June 23rd, right? Crickets. Anybody voting? Did you get your mail-in ballot? Anybody get that? All right, it's practice. It's practice. It's practice for November 3rd, right? Not Kanye, Snoop Dogg announced that he will be voting this year for the first time in his life. That's a little crazy. Okay, good. You wear your mask everywhere that you go. Good. Good to hear that. Do you have more than one? Do you have one in the car? Like me, I have two in the car, and then I leave with one, and then I always have one like in my bag as a backup. Because some of them you can't really breathe in, and like this one is like nothing gets in this thing. So sometimes I have to pull it a little away from my mouth. So depends on what I'm doing, where I'm going. I may wear a different mask. Although the cases went up, are they as severe as before? You mean in terms of death? Good question. Can you Google that for us and let us know? In Atlanta, we're talking about. Have they seen an increase in death since they've opened back up? Because again, they were the test case. Anthony Flynn says he's very comfortable. He's still going to move smartly, but we have to get back to living and earning a living. Agreed. I agree. But it's just going to be certain things. It doesn't sit well with me. Kids going to camp, going to school. How is that going to be controlled? I'm not ready for that. Okay, so Pennsylvania voted June 2nd. Cool. And of course, Biden was the winner, right? I'm sure. I heard today that The Rock it could be the third. I think he has the most popularity, or people would vote for him over Trump and Biden. The Rock. I don't know. It's still for me. I mean, you got to do one or the other, right? One or the other. Hey, Lala, how are you? Hey, what are you up to? I'm glad you're live so that you can. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you, Narad. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, exactly. Make sure that you vote. So there has been an increase in deaths in Atlanta since they've opened up. So those are the things you want to look at. I don't know. Hey, Lala, have you been protesting? Have you been doing anything? She's always like, doing great things for the community, giving back always, which is great. Yeah, so that's a little scary. I don't know. So we'll be watching. I mean, I'll be watching from the window. Although I did attend Ray DeJean's comedy. It's a pull-in comedy drive-up thing last week, which was really, really good at Lindenwood Diner. So again, if you want to do something, at least you can be safe in your car and do it. I mean, other than that, I think restaurants will be opening back up soon, maybe before the end of June. You'll be able to go into a restaurant. But again, I mean, it's the same thing. Hey, Jay Mingo, it's the same thing. You're going to have your mask on and then take your mask off and people around you. And it's the coughers that you want to stay away from, the coughers, right? So even with the mask on, they say that there's still a slight chance that you can be exposed to the virus. So, I mean, if somebody coughs, run. I don't know. Don't go try to get in their face and fight them for coughing. Don't do that. I mean, I know some Brooklyn people. You cough around them, that's your ass. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Do not do that. But yeah, we definitely have to figure out a way to have a life. I think it's going to be a long time before we can really get back to having a life. When I say having a life, I mean going to bars, going out on dates, really going and enjoying a good experience at a restaurant. Yes, getting food at a restaurant is really different. It's just not the same when you get your surf and turf to go. It's just not the same. I'd rather make it at home. It's just not the same because you go out to dine because you want the experience, right? But what kind of experience can you really have when, hey, Kev, how are you? What kind of experience can you really have when you got to worry about just germs? I don't know. It's going to be a long time. They take your order, but only for takeouts. Yeah. I don't know. I've done it. I did it at can't you tell? Yes. The way my quarantine diet is set up, it's no such thing as a diet. That's why I'm eating fruit right now. See? Yep. But yeah, so things are going to be different and we're going to have to adjust. again, it's going to take a lot for us to really feel comfortable. It's going to take a vaccine. Now, how many people would actually get the vaccine? How many people would actually, hey, music maker, how are you? How many people will actually get the vaccine? And is that what you're going to do to make yourself feel comfortable? Right? Is that what we need? Is that what we need? Do we need a cure for this for us to really feel comfortable to go back out? And then he says it's all about social distancing. Restaurants will be limited to 25% capacity for distance between parties. So South Beach restaurant, they were at 50%. Okay, so they started at 25% and they've done the right thing and now they're at 50%. What do your cases look like? That's what I want to know. Lala says, I'm definitely supporting the cause and keeping busy. She's going to the drive-in tomorrow. Rob Stapleton is going to be there. So it's a really cool experience. And the food is good. Oh my goodness. They have this really great, like, broiled seafood, comes in a tray, like an aluminum tray. I brought that. Delicious. Oh, and get the sangria, Lala. You will love it. So you wouldn't get the vaccine because you don't have any trust in our government. Interesting. Okay, so you wouldn't, but what would you do to feel safe? Or I'm not understanding that. What would you do to feel safe? Like would you be okay if people around you got the vaccine and then that would somehow give you some type of comfort? Hi, Sedji. Hi, Booski. So Kev says, 950 Kev says, vaccine is not going to work because people won't take it. Exactly. So that's like, so what are we waiting for? What are we really waiting for then? If they make the vaccine and people don't get the vaccine, then it's going to just be just like the flu. I get the flu shot too every year, but it's going to be just like the flu. There are people who do get exposed to the flu and they wind up dying. Or, well, of course the flu doesn't kill everybody, but I don't know. What are we waiting for? Hey, Dawn Michelle, how are you? What are you up to? The gorgeous Dawn Michelle. Let's see. Let's see. What are you up to these days? You're waiting for a cure. Okay. So Music Maker says he's waiting for a cure. Yeah, I don't know. I do get the flu shot every year. That's how I know that when I did get sick, that it wasn't the flu. That's how I knew it wasn't the flu because I get the flu shot every year. Now, of course, you can still get sick. You can still catch the flu with the flu shot, right? But when I did get sick in February, it was a different kind of sick. And I wasn't sick. I was sick. I wasn't sick because I know people who've had it. And again, condolences to those who've lost people from COVID. This is so heartbreaking because if this virus didn't exist, these people would be here. So shout out to Knowledge Born because he just lost someone very, very close to him. So we're sending our love. Shout out to Tim Ralph who lost someone really, really close to him. Okay, so Dawn was out there protesting in the Bronx. Go Dawn. This is my Black Fist flower. Go Dawn. Okay, MySpace. MySpace is back. And Slick Rick were speakers. MySpace. Tell me more about that. Yeah. So, all right. So, hey, Grizzy Baj, how are you? So Preston says he never got a flu shot. He's only caught the flu once in 49 years, and that was when he was a kid. Well, you have a great immune system. And I know people like that. They never get sick. Like, what are you eating? What's in your diet? We want to know. Oh, my son. Okay. Like, MySpace is back and they're speaking? Well, what the hell are they up to? Trying to get the black dollar. Okay, good one. Wow, cool. Okay, so the protest, everybody was out there. I saw images, I saw video footage. It was really, it was really good. Apparently MySpace has been here all this time. No, she meant my son, rapper, right? Am I pronouncing his name right? My son. He's a rapper, not MySpace. She typed it wrong. But yeah, wouldn't that be a surprise though? I mean, they just showed up at the Black Lives Matter protest because they about that black dollar. That's what that's about. The black dollar is very powerful, very, very powerful. And hopefully, all my brothers and sisters, whether you're black or not, I just hope that you really realize the power of the people here. I just hope that you're paying attention and you're really understanding that we can change the world with unity, right? We can really change the world with unity. And I read today, I wish I could pull it up, North Carolina, they're going to review a huge number of death penalty cases now in North Carolina because these people may have been wrongly convicted. So that's exciting, right? Because now people are looking at things through a different lens now. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from this is, awareness. Yes, the whole world is paying attention now. And hopefully we keep the momentum going and we can move towards some real powerful change. Yes, we can when we all work together. Exactly. Yeah, unity. I mean, when you see the protesters, they are not one persuasion. It is a rainbow of people, right? And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing because enough, right? Enough. So I'm very proud of everyone that's been out there. Kudos to you, Dawn, for out there with my space in them. Hey, Tanya, how are you? Making a difference. And if you haven't been out, maybe you can't protest, but you feel like you want to do something, you can donate. You can help some organizations. You can help the protesters. My mom and my sister, they brought snacks for protesters and water. So you can do things like that. Don't think that you just have to be out there marching. There are plenty of ways that you can assist, right? Spread awareness and, educate, right? We are changing this, right? Yeah. So hopefully it goes where we need it to go. And that's the thing. That's what we were talking about earlier. Like, I don't support Candace Owens. I talked about that earlier. I don't. She just doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. If you don't know about Candace Owens, go Google the video. She said some things that she says that we're making George Floyd a martyr behind this and that he doesn't deserve that. And you know what? Oh, this is the wrong show, Grizzly Bosh. This is Phya's Playhouse. So we can't talk about that stuff here. But Tuesday at 11 p.m., I got you all day. Well, all night, 11 p.m. on Instagram Live only, Pillow Talk. And we actually have a great guest that's coming on, Shamira. She's a sexologist, 11 p.m. only on IG Live because my mama can't figure out how to get there. Hey, CJ. My mama can't figure out how to get to Instagram. So that's why I only do Pillow Talk on Instagram. So there's that. Yeah, Candace Owens is really, really lost. She doesn't get it. Hey, Jake Cut Creator, how are you? She doesn't get it. I don't know why I can't wave at people. Here we go. She doesn't get it, and she needs to be. She needs her ass whooped. Let me just say that. She needs her ass whooped first. But she doesn't get it. Yeah, so on the question that you asked, yes, definitely Tuesday, 11 p.m. We're there. Okay, you saw her a few months ago on the Revolt TV conference with Killer Mike and T.I. Okay. Yeah. So there's a video. You can Google it. I'll post it on my Facebook page if you haven't seen it. But she's making some comments. And, again, like this impacts everybody. It is because if you have kids and we want to teach our kids, yeah, she's willing to be, of course. This is a decision that she's making, a choice that she's making to not open her eyes. This is what you have so many people telling you this isn't right. And you know what, again, as somebody said to me earlier, maybe I shouldn't post a video because maybe we shouldn't give it views. Did she? Good. Like I said, she needs her ass beat. Okay, but I'm not about violence. I don't condone violence. All right, but yeah, so good. Yeah, shut her down. Good. That's what he's very good at. Good. Educating and awareness. That's what it's all about. Educating people and making them aware. Because a lot of people of the other persuasion may not see the things that we have to go through, right? Or, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you felt, or maybe you've experienced racism clearly, like it was just clear in your face racism, right? Or maybe you've been in a situation where you've been called out your name, the N word, right? Or maybe you've been in a situation where you are a cashier at a grocery store and you see people getting out of your line, and then you realize one of the customers, they don't want you to touch their fruit. That happened to me in Chicago. So every side should be shown, yeah, to educate, exactly. But this is why what we're going through right now is so beautiful, because it's having that ugly conversation that people are afraid of, right? This is why these times right now are so beautiful, because people can grow and become better people. Because you know what? Oh, you know what? I didn't know. Oh, I didn't understand. Now I see. Hey, I'm gonna stay young left. Hey, Cuzzo, what's up? Yeah, but people, these are the conversations that we need to have, because a lot of people don't know. They just don't get it. My experience is different when I get stopped by the police, right? Compared to someone, or let's say a young black man or a black man, period, gets stopped by the police. Their experience is different than, a Caucasian man getting stopped by the police, even if it's for speeding. There's still something going. There's still a different way of processing. Hey, Kevin, there's still a different way of processing and emotions that goes through that black man's mind when he gets stopped by the police. It's just a whole different experience. And until, everyone can understand and everyone can see that there have been things that have taken place. There have been lives that have been lost that didn't have to happen because of racism programmed in someone's mind, because of racial inequality, because of police brutality, again with that racism programmed in their mind, right? So different difficult conversations, a different lens is good. And hopefully we are better, all of us are better when we get through this. And it's going to be a long road. It's going to be an extremely long road. So that's why I asked the question at the beginning, what is the plan? Because we can march forever and we can protest forever. And, hopefully the looting has stopped. Hopefully. Why did Candace Owens say that it's more dangerous for police to stop? Because she's clueless. 18.7% higher, trying to put that piece of the puzzle. Because she's clueless. She just doesn't know. But I'll tell you one thing, in the words of Kevin Hart, she's gonna learn today. She's going to learn today. And she's the perfect example. Someone who is she's in her bubble. She's in her bubble. And she doesn't want to, come out and see what's really going on. A lot of people are that. Look at Trump. Look at Donald Trump. Just stupid. Just stupid. Just downright stupid. People kind of pad themselves and cushion themselves away from the real world. And they paint their own image and perspective of what is right. And even when they see something wrong, they still will twist it to make it right, because that's what works for them. So that's what she's about. She's straight up brainwashed. Yeah. Where did the numbers come from? Yeah. I don't know. You know what? That's a Candace Owens data piece. I don't know where she got her data from. But it's unfortunate because she's getting a lot of flack behind this, and this is good. And that's what needs to happen. Accountability. Just like with the police officers, you see something, just start recording. As I posted earlier, our phones are the weapon now, right? So we're going to record. We're going to show, let's see what they're doing. Let's see how their 75-year-old man walks up. He's returning a helmet and he gets pushed. Oh my goodness. I saw that video. I cried. That was horrible, horrific. That's somebody's father, somebody's brother, somebody's lover. I'm sure he's lived a good life. I mean, thank God he's not dead. But oh my goodness. And then the police officer walks past him. Well, he gets pushed. I guess he attempted to see if the man was okay. And then another officer comes and pushes him, get out of here. Right. Just horrible. But, we have to start recording these things. We have to start holding them accountable. That's what needs to happen. There needs to be police reform. Now, they're crying for a police defunct to take the police away. We can't have that. Do I think she's getting paid for a video? No, I just think that she's just stupid. I just think that she's not aware. I think that, and there are plenty of Candace Owens out there. Don't get it twisted. She was one to share her opinion, but there are plenty of Candace Owens out there. You work with them at work. I mean, you probably are friends with them. So there are plenty of Candace Owens out there. She needs to be educated. She needs to become aware of what real life is like. And I think that she's going to get that. Yes, Lambert says real life ridiculous. Facts all day. Accountability is key. Yes, CJ. Yes. Accountability. And that's what the video footage is now doing. Even when they're supposed to have their camcorders on or their body cams on, some instances they're turning it off. How about that? So now, if you see something, just start pulling out your phone. Maybe it won't amount to anything, but you never know, because the person that they are maybe taking into custody or whoever they're, maybe, they might need that to feel secure. So, okay. So Bride Dave says he used to be in the Air Force. It made me angry that Trump was getting ready to unleash 10,000 military troops on protesters. Horrible. I saw that video too. That was just disgusting. Protesters of all nationalities. Just a beautiful time for him to step up and try to unify the country. He could have said a few words, right? He could have came out and spoke. They probably would have been stupid words, but at least we could appreciate the effort. What did he do? Just disgusting. There's Momsy. Hi, Momsy. We talked about you earlier. She was out there with the protesters and she had her mask on out in Brooklyn. Yes, Momsy's doing it. But yeah, so in that moment, he could have, said a few words to unify people, but he chose not to. He chose to push people out the way. I saw the video. Queuing up the military, the National Guard to go out and just, it's like they had so much hate in their heart. I don't know. That was scary, very scary. So Grizzy Bodge says, is everyone voting for Joe Biden? Well, your vote is personal. I know that I'm not voting for Trump. I know that he just needs to go. And he has done nothing to unify people. And he didn't even say a word when that armed militia stormed the state. He didn't. No, he didn't. But this is what I'm saying. He could have said something. He called on George to give him credit for, God rest his soul, George Floyd, to give him credit for the job numbers. Idiot, just an idiot. But this is why it's so important November 3rd to go out and vote, people. This is why. Bye, Music Maker. You too. Have a safe weekend. Stay safe and stay sane. Actually, it's what time is it? I could talk to you all day. You guys know that, right? It's 3:48. Okay, we got about 5 minutes, maybe. Yeah, we got to get him out of office. And I think his birthday is coming up. So there's some meme going around that says that for Donald Trump's birthday, you can add him a picture of Obama. That's funny because he's so just just so I don't even know what the word is, but he's just so into Obama and everything that Obama's done. I think he's like he's one of those people that are they hate that person so much, but they really love him. I don't know. Donald Trump is just a basket case, if you ask me. Obsessed. Yes, that's the word I was looking. Thank you, mommy, second brain. That's the word I was looking for. He's so obsessed with Donald Trump. I mean, with Obama and everything that Obama does, and he wants to be better, but he can't because he didn't finish school. Like he's like the third grader that didn't even get to the fifth grade. So no, you're not qualified to be better than Obama. Okay, CJ says, look, voting for anyone but Biden is a vote for Trump. Facts. Okay, she's giving us her pitch. She's giving us her Biden pitch. Look, voting for anyone but Biden is a vote for Trump. Biden will be surrounding himself with more intelligent and resourceful people. He isn't perfect by all means, but literally we only have two choices, Biden or Trump. He needs to keep his name. Facts, exactly. Okay, so my super producer Knowledge Born, who we love, since I have 5 minutes. But yeah, facts. So yeah, you got to vote, people. If you don't, can you imagine? Just marinate on this. 4 more years of Donald Trump. How does that sit with you? How does that sit? 4 more years of Donald Trump as president. Trump should have never been president. Well, it is my opinion that he stole the presidency. That is my opinion. Facts for sure. Make sure y'all get out and vote. Exactly. So 11-3 is hey mommy, when is the primary vote in New York? Is that the 23rd of June or the 25th of June? Is she still on? I need to know that. Hey Shoddy boy, how are you? But yeah, so yeah, he did. Of course he did. Stole it. He paid for it. But it's not going to work this year because I think we are all ready for change. We're all ready for him to go. And he probably won't leave. He probably will pitch a fit to leave the White House. But that's okay. We'll send in the National Guard to get his ass out. How about that? Kicking and screaming. We're going to get his ass out. 11-3. Until then, make sure you all stay, hey, young money, make sure you all stay safe and sane. Please, please, please. New York City is opening back up tomorrow. Please wear your mask. Please be safe. Okay. Love you all. Take care. Thank you for tuning in to Phya's Playhouse. Bye. Bye, Cuzzo. Thank you. Bye, everybody.